This is the 2026 Honda Passport. I did my first Honda Passport review on the 2019 model year. How far we've come. You're looking at the redesigned 2026, and Honda clearly wanted it to look tougher this time around. What do you think? Is it? It's still a two-row midsize SUV, but now it feels more adventure-focused. You still get a V6 standard all-wheel drive, more rugged styling, and a much more modern cabin. I'll show you that in a moment. This is the Honda SUV for people who don't need three rows but still want space and capability. This front end is much more squared off and aggressive than before. Full width LED lighting gives it a more modern look. The wider stance makes it look more planted and of course trail ready. Trail Sport trims are the ones to watch if you want the rugged hardware. Look for some skid plates, tow hooks, all-terrain tires, roof rails, and of course the Trail Sport details depending on the trim. Every Passport in 2026 gets this 3.5-liter V6, 285 horses, 262 pound-feet of torque, paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive across a lineup, no hybrid, no front-wheel drive versions, and no third row. Max towing is up to 5,000 pounds, which really gives it some weekend utility. If you were to take it somewhere on the weekend, where would you take it? The cabin is roomier and quieter than before, according to Honda. Of course, get behind the wheel and you'll figure it out for yourself. This has a 12.3-inch touchscreen there in the middle, now standard. You also get a digital instrument cluster across the lineup. That's what the digital cluster is. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto are included. This feels more family practical than flashy, what you say, which is very, very Honda. Gotta be honest, fuel economy is one of the trade-offs with this vehicle. Most trims are around 21 miles per gallon combined. The Trail Sport you see here and the Elite trims drop closer to 20 miles per gallon combined. Smaller turbo and hybrid SUVs will do better at the pump if that's what you want to go with, but the Passport gives you that V6 power, all-wheel drive, and towing in return. Let's talk cargo space now, minus the spare tire there in the back, which is kind of a new look. 41.2 cubic feet of cargo room. Fold the seats down, it opens up to 83 cubic feet. That's a huge selling point, I think, for a two-row SUV. Obviously great for road trips, dogs, groceries, bikes, plenty of camping stuff. This is where the Passport makes a lot of sense over some of those smaller SUVs you can get. But what do you think about having a spare tire right there? Looks a little bulky. And if you go in here, you can see it from this angle. Now all you gotta do is pull this down here and you can see that spare tire. Does that bother you? Is that an eyesore? Interesting, right? They could have put it underneath, I guess. And that's what it looks like here in the back seat area. This is definitely a rugged look. So what's so great about the Passport anyway? Well, that strong V6 engine for one, standard all-wheel drive on every trim for two, that big cargo area, real towing capability, and the Trail Sport finally gives the Passport a stronger identity. Agree or disagree? Now, things to consider. Fuel economy, not the strongest part of this package. There is no third row, that's a downside. So families need some extra seating. They'll have to look to the Pilot if they want something with more options. And only one drivetrain. And top trims can get pricey. If you mostly drive in the city, maybe go with a CR-V hybrid. That may make a little more sense for you. Speaking of the CR-V hybrid, let's talk about some competitors or alternatives. The Pilot, yes, better if you need those three rows. Highlander gives you more family seating, but less rugged personality for sure. If you went with the Hyundai Santa Fe, it's stylish, value-packed, but the Passport has strong cargo space compared to that, and of course, that standard all-wheel drive. The 4Runner, one of my favorites. That's a more hardcore off-roader, but the Passport should be easier to live with every day. And once again, the CR-V hybrid is better on fuel, but not as powerful or as spacious as this Passport from Honda. It seems like the Passport finally feels like it has a clear mission in 2026. It's not trying to be a three-row family hauler. It's not trying to be a full-blown off-road truck either. I think it's for someone who wants Honda practicality, that V6 power, the standard all-wheel drive, cargo space, and yeah, a tougher look. If you want a two-row SUV that's ready for daily life and weekend adventures, put this on your list. I will have a trim breakdown on the Everyman Driver YouTube channel coming very soon. Until next time, I'm Dave with Dave Drives. We'll see you next time. Adios.